my day. I want to go in and get myself together, and like I say, then I have therapy. And I'm coming home because God blessed me with a way that I can take today off and still make the money I need to make this week, which again re-emphasizes God's plan. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. So now how I deal with that moving forward, because I still have 4 weeks budgeted at 5 days, a lot less in each of those days than what was planned for this week, because this week was budgeted to try to catch up and make up for some of the loss I've had over the last couple dealing with all of this. But then I am going to come home. I have to get the yard mowed today, hopefully trimmed as well. I have to get ready for my work day tomorrow, as well as a funeral service tomorrow night, which I am probably going to have to work my day to make the money I want to make, and I still might not get there, and change in the car and go to the funeral service. So I should probably make sure I'm ready for Friday too, like have lunches and stuff ready. And then, like I say, I'll do a run to Old Geistopia just because the kids are there and I'll have the time. Pack up some stuff. I like, those are the points. Other than that, I don't know. I'm gonna drift through the day and see what I accomplish. I knew there was something else I was thinking about. The other thing I knew I wanted to say, is if this isn't already long enough, I don't know how I'm gonna do this living in the car. Unless I get up, and I could do that. I'm parking at Mom's. Just in the morning before I leave, I get up, I sit with the car door open and do my stretches, and then I'll walk over to the cave and use the door frame of the cave. Ask and it is given, seek and ye shall find. The other thing I wanted to say is, it's just funny. So I learned that my rent payment is covering pretty much all the big homeowner expenses, right? Mortgage, taxes, homeowner's insurance, trash. That's what I'm paying every month. So essentially, for 3 years, I've been a homeowner. I've been making the payments. Yet, I can't get a mortgage to just continue doing exactly what I've been doing. It's later in my day than I would like, but I had therapy and then came home and got into home discussions with Cuddlebug, how the meeting went last night, what our plans are for today and how we're working them, the pack up, move out plan as a whole. I haven't eaten yet today. I had a pinch of shredded cheddar cheese before therapy. One for me and one for the fucking cat, of course. And that is all I have eaten yet, and it is now 11 o'clock. I've been up since 5, but I don't have time to stop and eat. So I am once again snacking at my leftover fries. I told you, Belle's cringing because she always yells at me about breakfast. I just need to eat enough to not know I'm hungry. It's like training for living in my car, because that's how I do it. I would snack on just enough of whatever I had to snack on to keep myself from knowing I was hungry until I was so hungry that didn't work. And then I'd buy my meal for the day and go back to snacking. I don't yet know how I'm dividing up today's video, because this morning's shoot was already pretty long. There might be lots of dead space. I didn't go back, and I just know that when I finished it was at like 42 minutes. And the problem with it, usually I'd be like, okay, that's the shoot for the day, but stuff is still happening. Today is just getting going. I think there's more. But for example, these two things came. One, after I was home and I had the conversation with Cuddlebug, I came out here to piddle around for a couple minutes. And after some zenitation, I went back in and I said, okay, here's my official prediction for how this plays out. Kind of after looking at all the pieces I'm seeing moving around and think the vibes, fits all scenarios, it fits all the markers, it fits all the visions. And so I told her, I can't tell you right now. I'll come back to it in a second. So I told her what I think is gonna happen and how this plays out. And she said, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Validation. So that's probably the way this is going to go, and that wouldn't surprise me at all based on everything I'm seeing. It will cause complications towards the end as it finds resolution,